While you're sipping cocktails by the pool on your dream cruise vacation, the person serving your drink might be earning just $650 a month. But here's where it gets wild. That same cruise ship has employees making over $200,000 a year. The gap between the highest and lowest paid cruise ship workers will shock you. And what we reveal at number 1? It's completely legal, but it might make you rethink everything you thought you knew about life at sea. Before we dive into these jaw-dropping numbers, hit that subscribe button. It genuinely helps more than you realize, and you'll want to stay tuned for what's coming. Today, we're counting down the 10 most surprising facts about cruise ship employee salaries in 2025. From the crew members living in cramped quarters below deck to the officers commanding these floating cities, the pay differences are more extreme than you'd imagine. We've analyzed data from major cruise lines like Royal Caribbean, Carnival, and Norwegian to bring you the real numbers. And trust me, what we uncover at number 1 will completely change how you see your next cruise vacation. 1. The base salary illusion. Let's start with something that might surprise you. The median salary for general cruise ship workers appears to be between $16,000 and $49,000 annually. Sounds reasonable, right? Wrong. Here's the catch. Most entry-level positions start at just $16,000 to $20,000 per year. That breaks down to roughly $1,300 to $1,600 per month for working 7 days a week, 10 to 14 hours per day. But wait, there's more to this story. These base salaries are just the beginning. The real money comes from somewhere else entirely, and it's not what you think. What's even more shocking, the currency these workers receive their paychecks in can dramatically affect their actual purchasing power back home. But we'll get to that twist later. Wait, before we continue, let's give a massive shout out to Canito from Los Angeles. This legend caught our secret phrase from our last video, 20 hidden cruise tricks cruise lines are keeping quiet about on purpose, and earned his spot as our featured wave rider. Captain Canito, you're proof that the best captains always pay attention to the details. Speaking of secret phrases, stay sharp today because we've hidden another one near the end of this video. Catch it, drop it in the comments, and you could be our next featured legend in the upcoming video. Trust me, you want that recognition. On to the next. 1. The tip economy that changes everything. Here's where cruise ship economics get interesting. Those modest base salaries we just mentioned, they can double or even triple thanks to one thing: tips. Service roles like waiters, stewards, and bartenders can earn an additional $500 to $3,000 per month just from gratuities. A waiter earning $1,000 in base pay might take home $4,000 total when tips are included. The cruise industry has essentially built an economy where passengers subsidize crew wages through automatic gratuity charges. Most major cruise lines add around $12 to $15 per person per day in service charges, which gets distributed among the crew. This system creates a bizarre dynamic where your cabin steward's income depends not just on their employer, but on the generosity and satisfaction of thousands of passengers. Most people will forget to hit subscribe, even though it helps more than you realize. But these crew members never forget a guest's generosity. But here's what cruise lines don't advertise. Not all positions get tips. And those who don't, they're stuck with those base salaries we mentioned earlier. 1. The hidden benefits that add up. Now, before you feel too sorry for cruise ship employees, let's talk about the benefits that dramatically change the math. Free room and board alone saves workers over $1,000 per month. Add in free meals, medical care, and flights to and from the ship, and suddenly those modest salaries stretch much further. Think about it. No rent, no grocery bills, no utility payments, no transportation costs. Every dollar earned can either be saved or sent home to family. For many workers, this arrangement allows them to save 80 to 90% of their income. The cruise lines also provide laundry services, limited Wi-Fi access, crew recreation areas, and sometimes even bar allowances. These perks effectively increase the value of employment by thousands of dollars annually. But there's a dark side to this arrangement that most passengers never see. When everything is provided, workers become completely dependent on their employer for basic needs. What happens when that relationship goes wrong? We'll explore that shortly. 1. The nationality pay gap. That's completely legal. Here's where things get controversial, but it's important to understand how the cruise industry really operates. Crew members from different countries often earn vastly different amounts for the same work. Workers from developing countries like the Philippines and Indonesia typically dominate lower-paid positions, with averages around $18,000 per year for median Royal Caribbean crew members. A housekeeper from the Philippines might earn $650 to $800 per month, while a similar position filled by someone from a Western country could earn 3 times that amount. This isn't discrimination in the traditional sense, it's global labor economics at work on the high seas. Cruise ships operate under complex international maritime laws that allow them to hire globally and pay according to different standards. Language skills also create pay premiums. Crew members who speak multiple languages, especially English, German, or Italian, can earn an additional $500 to $2,000 per month. But wait until you hear about the role that makes more than some doctors on land. That's coming up at number 3. 1. The contract system that changes everything. Unlike land-based jobs, cruise ship employment operates on a contract system that fundamentally changes how we should think about annual salaries. Most contracts run 4 to 8 months, followed by 1 to 2 months of mandatory time off. This means those annual salary figures we've been discussing, they're actually earned in just 8 to 10 months of work. A crew member earning $24,000 annually might actually make that money in just 8 months, then have 4 months completely off. When you calculate the hourly rate, it becomes more complex than traditional employment. During their time off, crew members receive no pay from the cruise line. They return home, often to countries where their cruise ship earnings have significant purchasing power. This creates a unique lifestyle where workers alternate between months of intensive, around-the-clock work and extended periods of complete freedom. Some crew members love this rhythm, while others find it difficult to maintain relationships and stability on land. The contract system also means job security is always temporary. Every few months, crew members face the uncertainty of contract renewal, performance evaluations, and potential changes in assignment. 1. The overtime myth that costs workers thousands. Here's something that might shock you about cruise ship employment. The concept of overtime pay doesn't exist the way you'd expect. Crew members work 10 to 14 hours per day, 7 days a week, for the entire duration of their contract. In a land-based job, this would generate massive overtime payments. On cruise ships, it's just part of the deal. The maritime industry operates under different labor laws than traditional employment. International waters, flag states, and maritime regulations create a complex legal environment where standard labor protections don't always apply. This means a crew member might work 90 hours per week for months without any overtime compensation. Some positions do offer performance bonuses or additional compensation for extra duties, but these are at the discretion of management rather than legal requirements. A cabin steward who works extra hard during busy embarkation days won't see additional pay, but might receive positive performance reviews that help with contract renewal. The physical and mental toll of this schedule is significant. Imagine working every single day for 6 months straight, often dealing with demanding passengers while maintaining a smile and professional attitude. But here's what's really wild. Some crew members actually prefer this system. 1. The career ladder that can lead to 6 figures. Despite the challenges we've discussed, cruise ships offer legitimate paths to high-earning careers that many people don't realize exist. Entry-level crew members can advance to supervisory roles, department heads, and eventually officer positions. The progression might take years, but the financial rewards can be substantial. A housekeeper earning $800 per month might advance to head housekeeper, then accommodations manager, and eventually hotel director. A position earning $50,000 to $78,000 annually. The cruise industry also provides training opportunities that translate to valuable skills on land. Many cruise ship officers eventually transition to shoreside positions with cruise lines, maritime companies, or luxury hospitality brands. Chief engineers, captains, and cruise directors can earn between $85,000 and $200,000 annually. The key is understanding that cruise ship employment isn't just a job. For many, it's a career pathway that offers opportunities not available in traditional land-based employment. 1. The medical staff secret that pays more than you think. Here's something most passengers never consider. Cruise ships are required to have full medical facilities and staff, and these positions command premium salaries. Ship doctors earn between $90,000 and $144,000 annually, which translates to $7,500 to $12,000 per month. When you factor in the free room and board, this becomes extremely attractive compensation. Nurses earn $50,400 to $73,200 per year. But here's the kicker. They're often working in some of the most interesting and challenging medical environments imaginable. Everything from seasickness to heart attacks, all while the ship continues moving. The medical staff get something most other crew members don't: regular schedules with actual time off. But there's a catch. Medical staff need current licenses, malpractice insurance, and often specific maritime medical training. The barrier to entry is high, but so are the rewards. 1. The captain's salary that rivals corporate CEOs. We've reached number 2, and this one might blow your mind. Cruise ship captains earn between $96,624 and $200,000 annually, with some reports showing monthly earnings up to $24,167. But here's what makes this truly remarkable. These figures don't include the prestige, travel opportunities, and unique lifestyle that comes with commanding a floating city worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Captains typically have 15 to 20 years of maritime experience, multiple certifications, and bear ultimate responsibility for thousands of passengers and crew members. They're essentially running a small city while navigating international waters, dealing with weather, ports, and emergencies. Most start as deck officers, advance through various ranks, and spend years earning the qualifications needed for command. Many captains work for the same cruise line for decades, building relationships and expertise that make them invaluable. The best captains become celebrities within the cruise community, recognized by repeat passengers and crew alike. But even captain salaries pale in comparison to what we're about to reveal at number 1. The highest earning position on cruise ships isn't what you think, and the numbers will absolutely shock you. Here we are at number 1, and this revelation changes everything you thought you knew about cruise ship employment. The highest earning individuals on cruise ships aren't employees at all. They're the independent contractors running the specialty services. We're talking about spa managers, shop managers, and especially the photographers who can earn over $300,000 annually. These positions work on commission and concession agreements with the cruise lines. A successful spa operation manager might take home $20,000 to $30,000 per month during peak seasons. Photography managers often earn similar amounts by capturing and selling memories to passengers. The jewelry store managers on luxury ships can earn even more, sometimes exceeding $400,000 annually through aggressive sales tactics and high-value transactions. These positions are not cruise line employees. They're business operators who pay concession fees to work on the ships. This creates a bizarre economy where the people earning the most money are often the ones passengers interact with least, while the crew members providing daily service earn the least. These high-earning contractors often live in better accommodations than the ship's officers, eat in separate dining facilities, and operate under completely different rules than regular crew members. The cruise industry has essentially created a class system at sea where your earnings determine not just your lifestyle, but your status, accommodations, and even which parts of the ship you're allowed to access. What's really wild is that many passengers spending thousands on their cruise vacation are unknowingly subsidizing a system where some workers earn less in a year than the cost of a single suite for 1 week, while others earn more than most people make in a decade. Now here's something I want to know from you. After learning about these salary ranges, would you consider working on a cruise ship? And more importantly, which position surprised you the most? The contrast between a housekeeper earning $650 per month and a photography manager earning $30,000 per month on the same ship is mind-boggling. Drop a comment and let me know. Do you think the cruise industry's pay structure is fair, or does it need serious reform? The disparity we've uncovered today raises some serious questions about labor practices in international waters. The real cost of your cruise vacation. Understanding these salary structures should change how you think about your next cruise experience. The automatic gratuity charges on your bill directly impact the livelihoods of service staff who depend on tips to reach livable wages. The cruise industry continues evolving, with new environmental regulations, technology integration, and changing passenger expectations affecting employment opportunities and compensation structures. Key takeaways for prospective crew members. If you're considering cruise ship employment, Understanding the complete compensation picture is crucial. Base salaries tell only part of the story. Tips, benefits, career advancement opportunities, and the unique lifestyle must all be factored into your decision. Type safe return in the comments if you made it this far. You're part of an exclusive group that stayed for the complete story, and you deserve recognition for your commitment to understanding the full picture. If this deep dive into cruise ship salaries opened your eyes to something new, hitting that subscribe button helps us create more content like this. Share this video with anyone considering cruise ship employment or anyone who loves cruise vacations. They deserve to understand the human economics behind their experience. Thanks for staying until the end. Until next time, keep questioning what you think you know about the world around you.